Hey, I'm here with Frances Rosales that represents my district on the school board. Frances, you're up here advocating on behalf of your constituents on the third grade reading retention, trying to improve it. Tell us why this important to you and parents.
Well, it's important for parents to know that there's a law that went into effect last year, but we're really going to apply it this year. And it's the third grade retention law. Every third grader will be taking the TCAP ELA, that's for the English Language Arts. And there's two scoring categories that are really needing to focus on, and that is the approaching and the below. So if your child scores the approaching or below, there is a potential the child could be retained in third grade and not be promoted to fourth grade. So, and if they, but the good news is that there are options. The child can go to summer school, or they can be promoted to fourth grade and have a tutor for a whole year. So there are a couple options. So I'm here advocating so that we can widen the scope of data points and not rely solely on the TCAP test, because the TCAP is really about the standards. It really grades you on third grade standards and not necessarily on the reading as a skill. And so some kids may score approaching because they may have problems comprehending the reading, not necessarily being able to read. So I'm here with Mike Sparks, Representative Mike Sparks, up here talking to our legislators and telling them the bills that we support, and to say, please make some amendments to the law, broaden the scope, not rely just in one test, but also include other data points and other things as well. So thank you so much for this opportunity
Well, let
to
me,
talk about
Brian, Dr. Brian Terry put an event together back. Was that in the fall? I guess in the
Yes, that
fall.
was in the
Tell
fall.
us about that. I thought it was very commendable for Dr. Terry to organize a meeting with Department of Education Commissioner Penny Schwinn. Can you speak on that a little bit?
Yes, so that was very informative, and I was very appreciative. Yes, I am on the school board, but I'm also a parent. So it was really good to have the commissioner of education come down to our county and kind of talk about in more details about the law and its application. And she also brought up the fact that a lot of our kids are scoring on the approaching category, because it doesn't necessarily mean that they're not proficient in reading. And so she kind of put the spotlight on that. And so that was helpful in talking to our legislators to get them to look at the law and to be open to make changes. And it sounds like from being here today that we're going to be making changes. So that's good news to our parents and to all of us involved.
Well, as you know, and there's always been it's kind of I don't know if it's a myth, but we used to hear that the prison bed population is based on the reading levels of third graders.
Yes.
Some say it's true, some say it's not true. It's very politically incorrect, I guess, to say that. But I know for me, as a legislator, as a father, as a taxpayer, our prison budget has doubled up here. The juvenile crime is on the increase, mental health problems on the increase. You know, we put together the mental health opioid town hall at Parkway Baptist Church. My assistant Marvin and I, we have about 110 people there. And the late Dr. Linda Gilbert shared with me. I said, "What's the silver bullet?" She said, "Mike, we really need more counselors due to the behaviors of the 6 to 9-year-olds, are like something I've never seen before." So mental health, those areas, third grade reading, parental involvement. I talked to a friend of mine and his little grandson. I think he's 12. I forgot what school. I think it's Rockvale. And I said, we were talking about third grade reading at the Chamber of Commerce, and he mentions that his dad makes him read and read to him every night.
Oh, wow.
So shout out to Dennis Butler. I thought that was Dennis. It'd be Scott Butler's grandson, Jace. So I just thought it was really commendable. You don't have a lot of fathers, I don't think, that read to their sons, but it's something we as a society need to be focused on, and more involvement. But I appreciate your advocacy. How have folks been to work with up here?
Been great.
That's good.
It's been really fun being up here and meeting new people. Some faces I already know, and some new faces that I get to meet. So
What about how's Dr. Sullivan doing?
he's doing a fantastic job, I think.
Yeah.
That's just, I'm not trying to be biased or anything, but I think that he's doing a wonderful job. I think morale is up, and we want to keep it up, and we're working on incentives so that we can retain our teachers. We're going to be very busy soon and looking at how do we tackle behavioral issues, because that's a big concern that we're hearing from our teachers and parents, and so we're needing to work on that as well. So we're going to be busy.
How do parents contact you if they want to, if they have or parents or teachers that want to contact you? You have an email?
Yes.
Or,
so if a teacher or a parent or anyone would like to contact me about anything in regards to education, my email address is rosalesf@rcsschools.net, and Rosales F is spelled R as in river, OSALESF at rcsschools.net.
All right.
So people can reach me there.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Frances.
Thank you, Representative Mike, for giving me this opportunity to talk to our constituents in Rutherford County.
Yes.
And thank you so much for your work, because it's a lot of work and sometimes it's thankless.
Yes.
So I thank you and appreciate you.
Yeah. Thank you.